Very pleasant good evening to you, Saints. Tonight's devotion will be a little different from the usual. It's not going to be scripted. It's just going to be me just having a conversation with my listeners. And I want to thank you for tuning in. For those of you who will tune in or will listen to this devotion, I pray that it will be a blessing to you. And so let's get started. Tonight's devotion is taken from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It's not one that I haven't done before. It's I will call it my revised devotion on the armor of God. I have done this before prior to tonight. However, I just thought it would be important just to revisit, because this is one of the most important topics in the Christian life or in the Christian's journey. And the reason I say this is because oftentimes we forget that we also have to get dressed in the spirit and not just the flesh. We get dressed in the flesh every day. We never forget to put our clothes on when we leave our home. However, sadly, some of us don't even know about the armor of God and how important the armor of God is in our spiritual warfare, or in our battle against the enemy, Satan and his henchmen. To not put on your armor is to be defenseless in the spirit. And the enemy knows that, and so he tries to take advantage of this. For those persons who don't know about the armor of God, it is, I will break it down: the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the sword of the Spirit, belt of truth, and the shoes of the gospel of peace. So as you can see, the armor covers every single part of the body. We can put it on and we will be fully dressed in the Spirit, and we will be ready for battle. Because every day you live to see, as a believer, is a day of warfare. It's a day, once you step down from your bed, you're in for a fight against spiritual forces and spiritual darkness in wicked or in high places, like the Bible says. So it is very important that we put on the armor of God every day through confession. We don't have to put it on piece by piece, but we have to confess and say that we have to say, I am putting on the armor of God today. Because this is our defense against, like I said, the devil and his henchmen. So be sure to put on your armor before you leave your home. And be sure to remember that every day you live to see is a day of spiritual warfare. The enemy is never happy when a believer sets foot out there or sets foot into the world. Meaning when you wake up in the morning, that's you setting foot into the world through the help of God and His grace. Once you wake up, just know that you're in for a fight. Because remember, the enemy, his mission is to kill, steal, and destroy. So this is my devotion tonight. On your own time, you can read Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. And this will tell you a little more about the armor and how it will help you to stand against the wiles of the devil. It will help you when you are opposed, when you are up against spiritual forces of darkness. I want to thank you for those of you who have been supporting this ministry, and I want to invite you to join me on Sunday for another segment of the Way of Life in Jesus Ministries, another sermon, Sunday, God's willing. In the meantime, in between time, have a wonderful evening, and may God bless you.